Yep.
All right, tweet is sent out. Shit. All right.
Just rename this pod. This talk shows. There we go.
Weird. I'm gonna
Should be.
refresh your live stream.
I see the title and everything. You call me.
Yep. There we go.
I was looking at the time, bro. You didn't have to call me.
That's why you're 2 minutes late.
Yeah, I had to. I couldn't just eat raw egg and chicken, dog.
Cause you just had a snack.
This is my snack. Let's be honest.
All right. So, welcome, guys. Snack. Welcome to the Just Talk podcast. By the way, Justin, you should change the Just Talk to hashtag Just Talk.
The
Hashtag branding.
hashtag Just Talk podcast.
Yeah, for branding.
Hashtag Just Talk podcast. Okay, I got you. I got you, dog. I did it.
Thank you. Like I said, welcome to the Just Talk podcast with me, Kitten, also known as Tim, and my cousin, Justin, also
Boom.
known as Toxic or Toxic Couch.
This is true. Toxic, please. Oh no, not all my branding is has been changed
Yeah.
yet, so I guess it's whatever, you know. Oh, you know what? Hold on.
He would like to change the Toxic.
Yeah. Let me pimp out the stream here for a second, man.
All right.
On the Discords. Get to our chat. There we go.
All right. This is a podcast where me and him just talk about a bunch of random shit that we like.
It's true.
Or shit that we don't like. Literally anything is on the market for us. If you want topics for us to talk about, questions to ask, send them into hashtag Just Talk on Twitter. Yeah, we don't have any other means of that. So just on Twitter, hashtag Just Talk. So as we're starting this, let's pull up the list of topics that we would like to talk about. And I'm just gonna adjust my mic a little bit. Let me know when you're ready.
All right, hold up. Almost done.
Okay. This podcast will be every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern
EST.
Standard Time.
Yep.
If you wind up missing it, we will be streaming it at that time on his Twitch channel, twitch.tv/FatalToxicTV. And if you wind up missing it when we stream it, don't worry, because tomorrow on Friday, probably sometime in the mid-afternoon, morning, it will be up on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/kittenkidday, and kidday is spelled with 2 H's.
This is true. AZN, why was I banned Fatal Esports? Discord. I was told you were being annoying.
Ha! Yeah, it was.
Oh my god, dude, this food. It's so good. I'm gonna take a bite real quick. Hold up.
Oh my god. And you were still late.
Hold on. So it's egg, right? So hold on. We had some oven roasted chicken. Shredded some of that shit up. Put it in a pan on hot. All right. Put some soy sauce in there. Got 3 eggs. Cracked them in the chicken in the pan while it's hot. Mix that bitch up and then put a little tab of soy sauce at the end as well. And it actually is really fucking good. It's like the fastest, best meal I've probably ever made in my life.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm pretty.
You can never go wrong with eggs. Eggs are pretty easy to make.
Well, no. Eggs are fantastic because they're so versatile. You can use them for everything.
Yeah, it's true.
On banner, I'll sue Fatal Esports for lack of communications. Kappa. If you actually do that, I would unban you. Yeah, if you sue us, I'll unban you. How about that?
And then I'll reban you.
Mm-hmm. Then he'll really ban you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so list of topics to cover today. One thing I wanted to add to topics was E3. E3, and not gonna go more into detail until we talk about that. KK,
Okay.
unban or I'll lawyer up. AZN, lawyer up, bro. Lawyer up. I'm excited to see it. Let's do it, man. 100%. So, I mean, I guess since you have a lot of topics, we can start off with yours.
All right. So first off, if you see in the top left corner on the live stream right now, it says Fatal Esports and our little logo to our website. Shameless plug, fatalesports.net. That is our website. Go check it out. Maybe, possibly, not yet. It's still under construction, so don't listen to what I just said.
You're like, go check it.
But-
Oh shit, I forgot it's not finished. I forgot it's not finished. Literally I'm halfway through it, bro. Come on.
I know. You're doing amazing. So we're still working on a logo for the podcast. It should be done in the next couple of weeks ish. So that's gonna be awesome. That was the first thing. AZN sent this really long thing in a different
You're good.
language, so
You're
we're
good.
just not gonna read it. Okay, cool. So now that's out of the way. That's the placeholder for now. We do have a SoundCloud for the Just Talk podcast. I
We
forget
do?
what our URL is. Yes, we do.
I wonder if I can find it if I Google it. Wait. No.
I don't believe you
Just
can.
Talk podcast SoundCloud.
Okay, it is soundcloud.com/justtalktv.
SoundCloud.com/JustTalkTV. Hashtag Just Talk. There it is. There it is.
Yep.
So it's gonna be
That's it
uploaded
for
to
now.
SoundCloud then.
SoundCloud and my YouTube channel. Correct.
SoundCloud.
Tomorrow.
Got you. I got you.
Blah blah blah.
Follow us on
Anything
Twitter.
else? Any like? Yes. Twitter.
Follow me on Twitter.
Fatal Esports.
Fatal Esports Twitter.
Fatal Esports NA.
Yeah, Fatal Esports NA.
Anything else? My Twitter is at Kitten Kidday. Again, Kidday is with 2 H's. His Twitter is just Toxic Couch, at Toxic Couch. And I believe that's it for all of our plugs.
Yeah, we can get into it.
Now onto the thing. So, something that I'm really excited about this summer is I'm starting to make this like little summer project of mine. So in my house, we have a master bedroom like most houses do.
Yeah.
But my master bedroom floods.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do this summer, the reason why it floods is because a while ago, our backyard, like against the house, has a little walkway, and it used to be tilted towards the grass. But then we redid it and we had it leveled. So now all the water, when it rains, piles up and it gets inside of that room. So what I have to do this summer is completely tear up that back walkway, or possibly build like a little moat between the walkway and the house.
Yeah.
Channel.
I think that'd be the easiest way personally, but I mean,
hopefully that would work out. And then that'll fix the flood, hopefully. And then I can fix up that room, put in new floors. It has a dope ass AC in there, like really big and everything. Keep that room freezing cold, which will be great. And then redo the bottom half of the walls, get that shit soundproofed.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Yeah.
And redo the floor and stuff.
Yeah. I'm thinking a nice kind of like fake tile floor that looks like hardwood floor. You know what I mean?
That's what we have. We have that in our. You mean fake hardwood floor or
yeah,
fake tile? Because there's
like,
two different.
fake hardwood floor, but it's like tile.
Hmm.
Like they're
Okay.
squares that look like hardwood floor. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
I was thinking
Okay.
about
I
that.
got you. I got you.
Have a nice little desk set up there and have a dope ass couch TV set up for console
Hmm.
gamings and everything,
Yeah.
and maybe like a nice little table. Maybe I'll put in like a pool table or something like that. Make it into like a nice little man cave. It's the room is literally like about double the size as my bedroom is right now,
Yeah, but your
and
bedroom is also like the smallest bedroom I've
it is the
ever
smallest
seen
bedroom.
in my life.
Yeah,
It's like
you're right.
it's like you know that closet that everyone has in their hallway that you put like
Yeah,
I don't know random shit in, maybe like your coat closet. It's maybe like
yeah,
four of those. It's like it's so
yeah.
small.
Basically, basically.
Like you have
um,
your what is it? You have a queen size, right?
yeah,
Yeah, your queen size takes up like 90% of the room, and
that is true. And but the thing is that if I get that studio finish and everything, I'll take out the desk in my room and I'll increase the size of my room by taking out the desk
it's
by
true.
a lot.
It's true.
So that'll be
So,
nice.
what are you gonna keep in the room that you're in now? Just your bed.
What in oh my bedroom that I have right now? Yeah, just my bed and my TV and possibly my mini fridge. I don't know. I
Okay.
might get a smaller mini fridge for this room and move this big mini fridge
Mm-hmm.
into that room. And okay, so the reason why I don't really post YouTube videos is because the space where I do work and I like fuck around, relax, and everything is in the same spot. So when
Yeah.
it's time to work, I'm still playing and relaxing, and I don't have good work ethic because I'm in the same spot.
I mean, I don't. It's probably not the only reason, but like it's a factor because I can definitely say the same thing. Like it is difficult for me to get into things that I want to do because my desk is in my room, and in my room I generally like just want to play games and shit. So it's whatever. But even if you have the second space, you have to ask yourself, is are you gonna go there and do work? You know.
I
So
will. I
well,
will.
hopefully, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. Hopefully.
yeah. So when I get that studio finish, I'll hopefully have better work ethic with that, and I'll start posting more and possibly live streaming and everything. I want to turn it into like a legitimate, like really cool studio where not only I can record videos, but other people can record videos too. Hopefully that'll be fun. That's like my little summer project that I got going on.
I mean, I'm excited too. That room is
Yeah,
pretty big, and I want to see what you can do with it.
yeah. And there is a small bathroom in there. It has a toilet, sink, and a shower in that order.
Oh yeah, I haven't actually been in there. I've seen it, but I haven't been in there
Yeah,
because
I
it's
just looked at it today. It's disgusting.
yeah. Yeah, gross. I only watch booby
Ew, a white
streamers.
male.
I mean, I would I would also watch booby streamers if I had the time. Sorry, I don't. I get that, but anyway,
Yeah.
back on the topic at hand. That's your summer project. I told you I would help you with that. I told you I would help. Uh, can we talk about? Hmm.
Anything you want.
Hold on. I want to talk about. Okay, first off, I want to talk about the school thing. Can I talk about the school thing?
Yes, you can talk about the
Okay.
school thing.
Good. Awesome. All right. So, for those of you who don't know, I go to college for IT, and
Nerd.
yeah, straight up. And so, uh, I failed. Okay, I failed like three classes, right? So I failed three classes total. In the shut up. In the amount of time I've been at college, I failed three classes because uh, I just didn't care. That's pretty much the only thing. Who's second dude? Second dude is Tim or Kitten Kidday. Um, but anyway, so I've been going to college since July of last year. So I've been there for a year now, and in that year span, I've only failed three classes. I say only, but it's also three classes, so it's whatever.
Yeah.
So one of them was an online English class. It's whatever. I'm gonna retake that in August, and I'm not really worried about that because it was like super. all the online classes are like easy. It's just like I just didn't even do any homework. I just wasn't paying attention to it. So anyway, the second class I failed was a security class because I like skipped out on a few classes and I didn't stay to catch up on my work. The last class was psychology, and I hate psychology, so I'm gonna have to retake that. But that's not even, that has nothing to do with this. No, it actually does. So because I failed those, because I failed 3 classes, I was on like academic probation, and so it means you have to have like a GPA of whatever. And what's going on, Danny? And then you get off of academic probation after that if you have your GPA at the level that you agreed upon with your with the dude downstairs. And so anyway, I talked to him, and the thing that sucks, why academic probation sucks, is because you have to meet like every week with your like program director and talk to him. Yeah, you have to talk to him like, this is what I'm doing to get my bait. You know, like that's that's exactly what I say to him every week. So, so it's just annoying. It's like a slightly annoying thing. So I know I could do good in these classes, first off, but I just didn't try. So this time I actually tried. I went to class and I tried, and it was funny because yesterday, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I got an email from the dude who I had to talk to about like academic probation. He's like the dude who's like, this is your last chance, blah blah blah, you get kicked out of school. Which is actually technically not, you get 2. But anyway, so he said to me in an email, let's see if I can find it. I think it's this one. No, it's not that one. Hold on. Here it is. Okay. Here it is. Okay, so he emailed me. He said, like, Justin, based on, you know, the school website or whatever, the grade login, you seem to have a 58%. And you need to meet with the program director and your instructor and figure out what you can do to up your grade. And I saw that email, right? And I was like, that doesn't really sound right, because like I've barely skipped like any school. I like skip 1 day a week.
Yeah.
Which is just
1 day a week.
Yeah, 1 day a week, because I've worked that day that I skipped too, because it's difficult to go to school and work and like have the energy for that, which I did Monday. Like I didn't skip at all this week, but so anyway, I was like, this doesn't sound right. I feel like I've been doing my work. I've been there, you know. I haven't been skipping except for 1 day, and I make up the work that I do skip, you know. So it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, this is a really interesting email. Why did he say a 58%? Well, my instructor didn't actually put any grades in the fucking school like grade system yet. So I don't know what grades he was looking at, but they weren't like all my grades or something. So I was pretty curious about that, and I was like, wow, this guy is kind of annoying, because he's constantly emailing me, acting like I'm this super troubled student and shit. And I'm like, I told him, I'm like, I was just lazy, bro. I just didn't feel like doing shit. Come on, give me a break.
Yeah.
So like, so that was just kind of annoying. And so then I sent him back an email, and I said, I'll make sure to keep it up. I'm aiming for at least an 85% in my classes, which is high compared to my other grades. My other grades have been like, I have had like B's in some of my gen eds, but like my other some of my other classes like C's, I have like a D or 2. And
what are those equivalent to with numbers?
Like percentages?
Yeah.
Like a 65 is like a D, and like a 73, like 70 and up, 70 to like 79 is a C, and then 80 to 89 is a B. Yeah. So he said I had 58. No, it's just funny that he said that. And so I sent back an 85, right? I'm going to get an 80. I'm going to get a B in my classes. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And so I think he was straight up like, no, you know, you're going to fail because you're like a pathetic, worthless child or something. That's what I felt like, at least, because he emailed me back and he said, Justin, I hope you're right, period. Enter. like its own line in this email is, Justin, I hope you're right. What do you mean I hope you're right? like that's so disheartening to tell someone. Like, what if I actually was a troubled student? We really was like working hard
Yeah.
previously. It's like, I hope you're right. What do you, like in this instance, I hope you're right sounds like, yeah, sure. Like you saying that to my face. Like,
Yeah.
that's what it sounds like. So that kind of pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie. And then he said, be sure to work with your instructors to get things done. So anyway, most of his emails, like 99% of his emails are copy and paste. So he just has like a generic thing he says to like, oh, you could get your grades up, kids, like that.
Yeah.
And he copies and pastes that to like 30 students or something that have like a low grade. So he does that, which is just annoying and like not like genuine at all. But
Yeah, but you have to imagine, like, when you have so many students and everything like that, you're not gonna
yeah,
personalize every single
no,
email.
and I get that, right? But I expected, because he's the counselor of the school, I expected, oh, the counselor's gonna be a nice dude. He's not very
Yeah.
nice, bro. He like I talked to him. He was pretty fucking blunt, which is fine. Like I'm very blunt too, but he was kind of an asshole. I'm gonna be honest. He was kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I guess he needs to be to certain students, but like I didn't think I threw off a vibe of like, I'm just a troubled kid and blah blah blah. Like obviously that's I don't think I
Yeah.
have that. I'll talk about Kaplan in a sec. Chat. Jesus Christ. But anyway, so I finished my classes today and I checked my final grade, and I got an 89.8, which gets rounded up to a 90. So I have an A minus. Yeah, in my database class, which was the harder of the two classes that I fucking took.
Ooh.
Then in my help desk class, my help desk support class, I got a B. I think he didn't put the final grade in yet, but he still needed to grade like 3 different projects that I turned in. So before he graded those projects, with those projects as zeros, I had an 82% in the class. So
Damn.
yeah,
Nice job.
I know. Thank you. So anyway, that's just feels good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk past his office next week and be like, I don't know what I'm gonna say yet, but it's gonna be something along the lines of, "Yo, did you see my fucking grade?" Something like that.
Yeah.
But obviously I can't swear because then I'll get in trouble. So I'll just be like, "Hey Dave, did you see my grades?"
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then he'll probably be like, he'll have to talk about how he was wrong, which is awesome. I love to prove people wrong. It's fantastic. So that was my school story. But I'm fucking just glad that it's done, because my next class is like super chillax. I'll only be there for a few hours a week. Like, it's gonna be easy as fuck.
Nice. That's good. Nice.
I want
Summer's gonna be
Cap to
lit
be
for
on
you.
here. Viz, we can get Kaplan to be on here. Of course. I was planning to have people from the team on here anyway, so yeah. I started playing CSGO and I got a knife and I don't know what to do with it. Danny, you should sell that knife and get money for it, bro. Cash money. So anyway, next story we're
Cash
talking
money.
about.
So what are they talking about?
Oh, do you want to watch the Marvel
we talking about?
Inhumans trailer?
Yeah.
I haven't
So
seen it.
I saw
haven't
it
seen
today.
Alright.
It literally came out about maybe 10 hours ago. Marvel's Inhumans trailer. So let's take a look at that. It should be by Marvel Entertainment on YouTube. Inhumans, they touched on that in Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. If you watched through that, I believe it was like the entire story arc of season 2 and season 3 for Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So check that out now.
Sooner or later, the humans are going to find us up here.
You should have known this day was coming.
Ooh, that dress is kind of
Are we supposed to follow our king and remain as silent as he is? We need to go to Earth now. We've been hiding here too long. Let's go to our rightful home.
If we were on Earth, we would have a glorious planet to live on. Thrive
Fuck,
on.
wait. Who's that actor? I've seen him in something before.
The actor that was talking.
Yeah, this one right here.
I feel like he's from Game of Thrones.
I think he is too. That's why I'm saying. I forget.
I think he was the one that was torturing Reek.
Was he him?
Or maybe he was Reek. One of those two. I feel like
he
that's...
wasn't Reek. He wasn't Reek.
what it was.
What's his... He's
Okay.
Bolton. Something... Ramsey Bolton? I think we went over
I'm
this
not
last
too sure.
podcast.
Yeah, you searched him
Yeah.
up because people said that I looked like him.
Well, that's true. You do. But is that him? That is him, right?
I'm not entirely sure.
I'm pretty sure that's him.
It looks like him.
Oh, interesting. Tim, I didn't know you were in a movie.
It's actually a TV show.
You're talking about betraying
movie.
your brother.
Mixed.
You're talking about
Okay.
treason.
No, I think it's a
You're
TV show.
blind
But
to
the
his
playing
intentions.
in the
Right
movies
or
as well.
wrong, he's dangerous.
What I'm talking about is freedom. Freedom for all Inhumans.
Are you going to use your voice?
To kill your only brother.
Stop it!
What the?
We will not let anyone or anything stop us. We will create our destiny.
Oh.
Let anyone or anything stop us. We will create our destiny. Nothing can keep us from being free.
Okay, so I don't get the premise or anything, but I guess it looks okay.
Okay, first of all, that wasn't a Pipple. That was, I'm pretty sure, Rottweiler.
I don't...
So
Okay,
get
I'm
that,
sorry.
get that right.
Don't know the difference.
Inhumans, I was pretty excited about when Marvel Phase 3, when they threw out all the movies and everything that they were going to be playing. And the reason why is because Inhumans is basically like another version of X-Men. But since Marvel Studios doesn't have the rights to X-Men, they can't use the X-Men. So they said, fuck you, whoever owns X-Men, I forget who it is. We have something just like it, so we're going to use it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically what that is. But they're turning it into a TV show. But they filmed it like a movie. Which that's the cool
Yeah,
part.
with
and
IMAX
basically
cameras.
yeah.
First time ever.
And Inhumans, like I said, just like X-Men, a lot of people thought, like, when the Inhumans first started out in the comic books, that they were going to replace the X-Men, actually. And basically, just like a little background to it is that they were humans, and
Mm-hmm.
Celestials decided to fuck around with their DNA, and when there's this certain gas, I think it's Terra something gas, when they inhaled that, they wind up going into a cocoon, and then they break out of the cocoon and they have special powers. But then they wind up moving to the moon, and they were hiding there ever since. And the TV show is them coming out, trying to go out into Earth again.
Mm-hmm.
And in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they're already in the Earth. So I think there might be a little crossover with that. But the cool thing about this is that it's probably going to go into the movie cinematic universe, because one of the Inhumans is Miss Marvel, and Miss Marvel is also known as Captain Marvel, and they're making a Captain Marvel movie.
Okay. So it comes full circle, like many of Marvel's products do.
Yeah.
Interesting.
and I was just excited for it because I love I'm a huge geek when it comes to comic books and superheroes and everything.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I know. Well, I
and
mean,
then
that's interesting, but I don't really understand any of it because I don't follow it. So I can't really commentary too much on this or comment too much on this.
now's your time to start following it.
Probably not. Sorry. Not
But
actually.
while I was watching that and the suggested thing, I'm not too sure when this trailer came out, but it's a remake or a sequel, I'm not too sure, of Jumanji. So take a look at that. Remember Jumanji with Robin Williams and everything?
I think this sounds familiar. What
This
was it
new
called?
one is with Jumanji. Jumanji.
Kaplan, I'm glad you sold your mole rat. The thing was the ugliest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh, sorry. So say that again. J.
Jumanji. The new one's with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
C. All right.
Wow, this is a fun group. Welcome to detention. Spencer, Bethany, Fridge, Martha. You're all here for a reason.
Hey, person walking.
You should be thinking about who you are and who you want to be. You'll have plenty of time to figure that out while you're cleaning out the basement.
Are you gonna help or are you too pretty?
I'm too pretty.
Yo, what's this?
Oh no. They get stuck in a video game. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Jumanji. That's what it sounds like, honestly.
Game for those who seek to find a way to leave their world behind. Jumanji.
Jumanji. He said Jumanji.
Character, and you're that person in the game.
Which one do I pick?
I don't think it matters that much.
Moose Finbar. Sounds like a badass.
I'll be the curvy genius.
Dr. Smolder Bravestone.
I guess I'm Ruby Roundhouse.
Guys.
He suddenly got like twice his age. That's crazy.
Oh, they.
Where's the rest of me?
Oh my God. Fridge?
So we got Kevin Hart.
Yeah, I'm Fridge. Who are you?
Me.
The generic black guy, of course.
Spencer.
Who is she?
Martha?
Why am I
Oh my god. I know who that is.
wearing half a shirt and short shorts in the jungle?
I think we got sucked into Jumanji and we become the avatars we chose.
So that means
Bethany?
oh, Bethany. Don't look at it.
I'm an overweight middle-aged man. I don't have my Claritin, and all I see around here is pollen.
Well, I don't have the top 2 feet of my body.
Damn, that is a man right there. Don't cry, don't cry. Don't cry, it's gonna be okay. This is a video game, which means we all have special skills.
Why am I running so slow?
Just like to point out that I'm actually in love with Karen Gillan, but anyway, continue. What?
We'll talk about that.
Okay.
That was so intense. I can't even with this place.
Watch your step in here.
Maybe we're all in a coma.
What? That old game machine must have electrocuted us, and now we're all... Oh my God! You better get in there and save her.
I'm not gonna get in there. You get in there.
I got a backpack on. You don't get in water with a backpack. Everybody knows that.
Alright, so it looks pretty fucking good, especially when it has Karen Gillan. That's all I'm saying.
So, yes, it does look like an awesome movie.
It seems pretty
And-
funny. I like the ironic part of like who gets chosen. Like,
Yeah.
like the hot chicks like Jack Black. Like That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's like that sounds like a badass. Meanwhile, it's Kevin Hart, like small ass.
Ooh.
um.
Oof. Oof.
So this I'm pretty sure it's literally
And
like a remake sequel of Jumanji with Robin Williams.
I didn't see
Would
it.
you consider it more of a remake or a sequel? You haven't seen it. It's
Yeah.
probably
Haven't seen.
it's probably like the most classic Robin Williams movie. But
Probably.
the original one is about a board game and whatever happens like with the people who played the board game, what happens in the board game happens in real life. So say like, oh, there's a plague of locusts coming, that'll actually happen in real
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got
And
you. I got the premise.
yeah. I think there was another movie with like space, I forgot what it was called, but it was around the same thing. And um like you said, Karen Gillan's in it. That's the redhead in the video game, not the redhead student. And the reason why we know her is from Doctor Who. She played Amelia Pond in Doctor Who, and I think she is my favorite companion in the Doctor series.
Duh.
Yeah, she
Pong,
is
pong.
gorgeous, beautiful.
Yeah, you know she shaved
sexy.
her head.
Really?
Yeah, not. It was like last year sometime, but she shaved all of her hair off. Yeah.
Huh.
For like I think it was like a cancer thing. Like she didn't have cancer. She did to support people who had cancer. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see. Huh.
Yeah.
But I love her so much. She's great.
Yeah. Same.
And she's like real too. Like I read a story where she showed up to a fan's hotel room on accident, but she was completely wasted, drunk, half naked.
That's hot. Why wasn't it me?
I know.
Wow.
So like she's
I'm
a
sad.
complete real person, like one of
She's
those
a
actors.
complete-
It's pretty cool. But the question that I have about this is maybe a kind of controversial question. How do you feel about studios remaking movies that have like legendary actors like Robin Williams in the original movies?
Well, it depends because first off, I think you shouldn't judge till you see the movie, right? Okay. Like,
Yeah.
Like full on judge, not don't wait till you see the movie, but just generally, I'll just I'll go to this specific situation because you have Robin Williams in the original, which I get it, legendary actor, tragic death, but in this movie, look who you have. You have Dwayne the Rock Johnson. I mean, arguably one of the most well-known buff actors in the world. That's who you think of. I mean, that's who I think of when I think of like a buff actor. Is boom, Dwayne the Rock
I think
Johnson.
of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well, I don't because he's too old. But anyway, so he's not as relevant anymore. But anyway,
Yeah.
so you have him. You have somebody who's been blowing up a shitload in the past couple of years. I just forget his name. I just forgot.
Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart, yeah. So you have
Okay.
him, who blew up in the past couple of years, and it continually getting more popular. You see him in more movies, here and there that are pretty much generally comedies because he's a comedian.
Yeah.
But does a great job in comedy roles. So you have him, and then you have obviously Karen Gillan, who's I wouldn't say as well known as they are in America at least, but if you go to like the UK, obviously she's huge there.
She's pretty well known over here, not just because of Doctor Who, but she's been in a couple of mainstream movies.
Yeah, but she's not like you wouldn't put her at like that
She's
top
probably
level
like
celebrity.
a class. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
probably not class A, but I'd say
Yeah.
like class B.
Yeah, I would go with that maybe. And then obviously Jack Black, who was just like infamous for his comedy roles.
Yeah.
So I think you have, you know, these huge actors going to a movie that, you know, even though it's a remake, you still that had the original actor was huge, right? But
Yeah.
I mean, these even, you know, are maybe just as big actors. I don't know if they are bigger, you know, in terms of like celebrity, like popularity, but
Mhm.
they're pretty huge. So it's really just like it's not nobody's, you know. So I think they're doing it justice at least in terms of the cast.
I think to be completely honest, if they just kept it, because they're marketing it as a sequel right now. It's
Mhm.
Jumanji 2 trailer,
Okay.
not Jumanji.
Okay.
I think if they were to market it as a remake, they would have some backlash to it. Even though it looks pretty good and everything, they would have some backlash to it because of the legendary actor Robin Williams that was in it. And some people might see it as disrespectful for them to do that, even though it's
That's
like
okay.
it looks good.
That's
You
an
know what I'm trying to
interesting.
say?
Yeah, that's an interesting thought. I wouldn't have even uh, you know, said that because like you can't. I mean, you can't take that. You know, you can't. You can't. I just don't feel like you can do that with the situation. You know, if he was still alive,
Yeah.
would it be like an insult to his career? No, it would be an insult. Uh, and I don't think anyone would argue a point even similar to that. But just because
Yeah.
he's dead, you know, like I don't think that's correct because they're not insulting him specifically, and if anything, maybe the director would think that it's like a what like a not like a shrine, but what's that called? Like a memorial to him, I guess.
Yeah.
Like if anything, I guess you could go with that, but I don't think that you would, you know, I don't think that argument has a lot of ground to it, honestly.
Yeah. I just think that we in the next couple of years, decade, uh we're gonna start seeing some more movies being remade with some big actors
Yeah.
that have passed away tragically, and I think there might be some backlash
Well, I
with
mean,
some of them.
it's always been like that though. You know, as long as
Yeah.
movies have been out, that's been happening. So I don't think there's going to be any significant change.
Yeah.
Maybe in terms of um, like franchises, like the Marvel franchise, is probably, you know, one of the largest, especially for movies, ever. So if you see like a new Iron Man or a new, you know, I mean, we've seen new Spider Man. What happened to that? You know,
Yeah, but I feel like people
people
you
were pretty
hear
pissed
people
off
say all
about
the
that.
time like, hey, yo, this one, yeah, the new Amazing Spider-Man was good, but like before that, people there was a large sum of people who didn't like um the original
Tobey Maguire.
Spider-Man. Yeah, Tobey Maguire.
Here's the thing. I actually liked it because I'm weird. And
Sorta.
no, I really did like it. I liked 1 and 2. 3 got really weird. Where he went like
Yeah.
Black Spider-Man and then had that really like I just remember that really cringy scene of him like
Dance
walking
scene?
down the street like
Oh.
like popping his shoulders like every walk. Like it
Yeah.
was so fucking cringy. Honestly,
I think
it was kind of gross. So
I think a good example of what I'm talking about that we're gonna see pretty soon would be uh, a new Wolverine. You know,
yeah, that's true.
Because what's his face isn't gonna be Wolverine anymore. That was his last movie, so we'll see where that goes. We'll see.
His name is Venom, Black Spider-Man. I'm sorry, dude. I don't know the names.
Well, him as Spider-Man is, I guess, considered Black Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because it was Venom merged with Spider-Man, so it wasn't exactly Venom. It
Look at
wasn't
that face.
exactly Spider-Man. You know.
How could you not love that face? Huh? How could you not love that face? It's the cutest face you ever seen in your life. Air was best show. Air was pretty
obviously
great.
haven't
Yeah.
seen mine.
Shut up. Just get out. He was so young back then.
He was.
Look how much older he looks now. Look at those crow's feet. Damn.
Anyway, on to the next topic. You said you wanted to talk about boosted boards?
Oh my god, I thought you would never ask. Finally. I want to talk about this for a little while because I love them so much.
All right, yeah, so do I.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, if you haven't ever watched Casey Neistat, which is surprising if you haven't, a boosted board is, I'll just go to their website, honestly. Free promotion, Kappa. Yeah, I'll just go to their website. So, a boosted board is just a long board that is electronic, with a motor that, you don't have to, like, push yourself. You just use the little remote control that they give you, and you can go up to 22 with the extended battery, I think 22 miles per hour.
Yeah.
So, pretty fast. If you get the extended battery, you go... Oh my gosh, I could check right here. I think it's like 12 miles. But let me check.
Yeah, 12 miles with the extended battery. 6 to 7 with the standard.
Yeah, so if you get the Dual Plus, it's $1,500. So that's one of the biggest issues. But you can go to 22 miles an hour, 25% grade hills. Boost boards are for lazy people. Lol. I longboard. No, they're definitely not, dude. You can't longboard like you can boosted board. Like, boosted board is not meant to just have fun on. Like, it's an actual it's an actual utility vehicle, it seems like. It's
means for transportation.
Yeah, means for transportation, exactly. It's like, bikes are fun, but when you get a bike that is like $2,000 that you use to go to work every day, that's your new car, So a boosted board is essentially your new car once you get it, and if you live in a city or something.
Yeah.
So it's $1,500, super expensive, but it's great because you can go standard range 7 miles. 7 miles. Okay.
And this board will last you years and years.
Yeah, it'll last you a
it'll
really
last you
long
a
time.
while.
And they have the warranty. They replace the battery breaks for free. So
yeah.
But it's really great. It's like a bamboo deck, so it's very flexible, and the controller is very good. It's not too twitchy or anything. So I really want this for when I move to New York City, because I'm going to move to Manhattan with Tim next year. So I want to get that before I move, but I'm just so excited because they're so cool. I've seen so many videos on them, of people testing them out and what they think, and I've never seen a bad review. They're all just fantastic. The critics, across the board, all over YouTube say it's really good. So I'm really excited because it seems really fun, and I'm excited to sell my car for a fucking longboard, which is interesting. This thing costs as much as my car, almost.
So I have a generic version of that, I guess you could call it. It's called
Manhattan,
Cool
Kappa.
Wheel.
The city, yeah, Manhattan.
It's called a Cool Wheel. KOOLWHEEL.
If you buy a car for 1,000, that thing has a lot of issues, dude. Trust me. Cool board, you said?
Cool Wheel.
Cool.
There's KOO Wheel.
That's what it is.
This is the one that I have. It's a more affordable boosted board. Definitely not exactly the same. Boosted board would definitely last you longer. Definitely has better pickup, 0 to 60 kind of thing, Definitely better than that. Definitely better battery life as well. But I have this. It's on the screen right now, and I love it so much. I can take it to work. It'll take me about 10 minutes, which is about as long as it would take for me to drive it. As a normal human being, stopping at all the red lights and stop signs and everything. So it's amazing. And I rode it in the city because I live in New York, but I live on Long Island, so I'm about 40 minutes away from the city. So I go there sometimes, and I took it with me, and it was awesome. I went from Bryant Park to Central Park in probably about 20 to 25 minutes, which that's about how long it'll take you going the subway. So things definitely fast, definitely great for the city, and I'm
Now-
excited to get a boosted board instead of that.
Yeah. So it's $550. And I did see a review on it of a guy who just got it and was just using it, but comparatively to the boosted board, I don't think it even does, because the controller seemed a little twitchy. The wheels
Wasn't twitchy for me.
seemed they're like bit I don't know exactly. I think they're like a different material than the boosted board. They're like more like plasticky or something.
Yeah, you can change wheels.
Mhm.
Well, not in the cool wheel, because the motor is in the wheels with the cool wheel, rather than with the boosted board. It's a belt motor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So also the deck is not nearly as flexible as
It's
the
it's not bamboo.
yeah.
But if you're looking for a cheap alternative to a boosted board, cool wheel, definitely
bad, yeah,
recommend.
yeah.
I did a lot of research on the different electric longboards and everything, and this was the best one for the best price if you're not going for the boosted board. With the remote thing, I have heard people have problems with the remote. I haven't had a problem with the remote at all, and I used it quite often.
Oh, I'll say this. One thing I did not like from the review is once you get to like below 50%, the thing just loses a shitload of speed. And
I don't have a problem with that either.
Okay, well then he did. Because yeah, and then when it got to like 30%, it was slow as fuck. It was like 5 miles an hour slow. Which
when I got to about 30%, it was probably about like 10 miles per hour rather than the 20 miles per hour that it usually is.
I think the boosted
I don't know.
board stays at like max the whole way.
I don't know about max the entire way. I think that's a bit much, but it'll definitely stay there for a while.
Or yeah, or at least like to like a super low battery life, because from the reviews I've seen, like no one's ever complained about it. So I would have to at least assume that it stayed relatively high speed at a low battery life.
Yeah.
It's probably polymer, maybe. I don't know. But
I'm not too sure what kind of material the deck is.
the deck, I think it's I don't know, it's like triple layer or something, right?
I'm not entirely sure.
From what I remember. Anyway. Let's see. What else? We talked about Karen Gillan. Talked about that.
Said doggo.
Doggo. Oh my god, doggo. Okay, I'm going to show you the dog that I want. I want this dog. I want a dog like this kind of dog so bad. It kills me. So I want a Norfolk Terrier. It's the cutest dog in the world, and if you don't think so, then you're wrong. The puppy, like as a puppy, it's cute as hell. And as a full-grown, like adult dog, it's also cute as hell. I mean, look at this face, bro. It's like the cutest face. Like, look at this face. Like, oh my god.
It's pretty damn cute.
It is.
I'm not gonna lie.
Because here's the thing. I don't want a huge dog. Because we're going to be living in the city. So that's not going to work out very well. But I did want a small dog, because they're just like your buddies. You can like kind of chill around your apartment with them. You can still take them for walks. And they're like really funny. I think they're just generally smaller dogs. Like they have a really energetic personality, which I really like. So I found this dog. I forget how I found this dog years ago. And I was like, wow, this is like super cute.
I remember that.
Yeah. So, I mean, look at that. This is so cute. But anyway, I love everything about this dog. I mean, you know, it's a very healthy dog, like, generally, and it's super cute, and the ears like flop down. It's so awesome. And it's and they're like, you know, they're like the perfect size to have for like a New York apartment. So
yeah,
yeah, I mean that's pretty much all. I really want this dog like right now, but
The kind of dog that I want, it was different. I forget what it was. I took a quiz to decide which one it was, and hold on one second. Let me try to find that quiz so I can find the dog that I'm talking about. But
Right.
for now, I do have a cat. And,
a cat.
Yes.
El
I do
Gato.
have El Cato.
Kaplan said he has a golden retriever and he's getting another one in the winter. Golden retrievers are a great dog, from what I've heard at least, but they're big dog, so can't have the big dog. As puppies, they're insanely cute, so that's great. And even as a big dog, they're pretty great from what I've seen. And I have a what's it called? I've seen some golden retrievers and like black labs, stuff like that. They're all kind of similar. Big dog, work. I agree.
I'm still taking the quiz, but the cat that I have, I believe it's some kind of a Thai cat from Thailand, and I really like this cat because he acts like a dog. In the way that he follows me around the house and everything.
When I'm
he
not there.
sits next to me on the bed. Yeah, when you're not there because he doesn't know you yet. Sits on my bed with me, like next to me. Sits on my lap when I'm on my chair. Sometimes the only like real cat thing that he does do other cat things, is he'll sit on top of my chair over here. While I'm playing video games and everything, and I thought it was really cool. I used to have a leather chair, but I switched to a felt chair because he kept like trying to climb up the chair, and I didn't want the leather chair to get.
You need a new chair, dude. Your chair is fucking disgusting.
I do need a new chair, but they're so expensive.
Yeah, but it's definitely worth it, dude. Definitely worth it. Trust me. Trust me, definitely worth it. So what dog did you want?
I'm still trying to do the thing. It's like
quiz.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Entertain them. Go.
Well, I made some really good food. Egg and chicken with soy sauce. Pretty great. Other than that, I think we had some other stuff. Oh, I got some pictures from Kaplan's doggo. Oh, Kaplan, your doggo is old. It's an old doggo. You can see the life that it's been through. But not a bad doggo. Looks like a very good doggo. So anyway, so we talked about that. Oh, I want to talk about E3, and I want to talk about my buddy Chris. So Chris is one of my best friends. He just came home from the military on a medical discharge because he got migraines, which I'm super glad because, you know, I don't want him in the military anyway for like selfish reasons, so he wouldn't die. And so he wouldn't be away from me really for that long because I'm selfish. So anyway, super excited. I hung out with him. I saw him Sunday, then I hung out with him yesterday. Yeah. So it was pretty lit, bro. We went to like Chili's with I went with some other friends, and it was great. It was a really good time. I'm glad he's back because we can do more group stuff because it just felt like one of our links to the our friend group was like gone, which sucked. So yeah, I mean we can hang out. And I think I'm gonna hang out with him like this weekend. So I'm pretty excited. I'm glad he's back. And the other thing I want to talk about was E3. Oh wait.
All right. So what about
not
E3?
E3.
I didn't really follow. Okay.
No, I meant VidCon. My bad.
Oh, okay.
We talked about E3 last
What
week.
about-
So E3 was last week. We talked about VidCon.
Yeah.
So, well, there's a few things that I want to talk about that happened at VidCon. You guys probably already know about this, but so essentially, did they get banned? I don't know what actually happened to them, but Logan Paul, Rice Gum,
I don't believe
Phase
Logan
Adapt.
Paul got
No.
I don't. Logan Paul got banned, but I'm pretty sure Rice Gum, Phase Adapt, and Phase Banks got banned.
Yeah, Rice Gum, Phase Adapt,
Or
Phase
or
Banks.
got kicked out at least.
Yeah, they got kicked out. Yeah, at the very least. So what they did was they walked. At VidCon they give you this pamphlet that tells you, please don't walk through main areas, because there's gonna be a bunch of fans there, and it could be a safety hazard with all these fans rushing you, and they could create like a stampede. And that happens a lot, honestly, with these young kids who don't think about it. They just run after this person that they like idolize like that, and so it could be very, very dangerous. Not just to the celebrity in question, the YouTuber in question, but also to the fans. So they asked him, please don't go out there. And VidCon actually has this whole backstage like kind of alley thing set up so you can walk around the whole convention without being seen, by all your fans. So instead of doing that, they purposefully just walked out into like the main lobby and got rushed by hundreds of fucking 13-year-olds screaming for their names and shit. And they knew what they were doing, so that they got in trouble. You said I think they got kicked out. Yeah. So obviously
they literally said it in the video that they were gonna walk out and everything.
Yeah, and
but
so
Logan Paul a little bit different from that.
Okay.
So the thing that happened.
This is where we
with
disagree.
Logan Paul,
but hold on, let's finish.
Let me explain it. Let me explain it.
Finish the Phase Adapt thing real quick. So they they got kicked out. Obviously, I think it was a stupid idea. I think they shouldn't have done it. I think they got what they deserved. That's pretty much all. That's my opinion ending on that situation. But the Logan Paul situation. So Logan Paul.
Okay. Let me explain that.
Yeah, you can explain.
Because I know more details on that. So it all started. Logan Paul, a couple of weeks ago, he did this thing where he hid $1,000 throughout the United States and had his fans look for it. So he did that. Everybody found it. So this time he decided to hide $3,000 at VidCon. So, it's a nice way to interact with your fans and everything. And he actually didn't get invited to VidCon as a creator. So he didn't get that pamphlet that you were talking about. So he didn't know the rules about talking to VidCon about scavenger hunts and everything before doing that. So he just went ahead and did it.
To explain what he said, at VidCon you got that pamphlet. In the pamphlet it said specifically, don't do scavenger hunts, and along with don't walk in the main place, the main stage and stuff like that.
So he didn't get that, so he didn't know, so he wound up doing it, and he hit it in VidCon the night before the first day, and then the first day of VidCon he started putting hints up on his story, his Instagram story, about where the money is and everything. And he hit it like in the main area of VidCon, which was kind of it was a stupid idea to do.
Very.
But I guess that was the place with the largest area, rather than doing it at someone's table and then fucking up their table. I don't know. It was a stupid idea in general.
Bad. Yeah. Okay.
But he's young, doesn't give an excuse, but it's kind of understandable. For me, okay, here's the thing. For me personally, I probably would have done the same thing if I didn't know the rules. What happened was there was a whole crowd where the money was hidden, and eventually it was found. He wound up coming out there, and there was a whole swarm going around him, yelling his name and everything. And at the VidCon area, there was this fountain. So the person holding his camera told him to go into the fountain because he didn't think that his fans would follow him into the fountain. So he wound up going into the fountain, and then all the fans wound up going into the fountain, swarming him and everything. And then that's when he started walking to the other side of the fountain to get out, and security started escorting him and taking him out. So security's escorting him and everything. A huge swarm wind up turning into this stampede and everything, with security escorting him. we're I'm we're seriously not too sure. I've watched his vlog, and he wasn't even too sure if they were trying to help him or if they were trying to detain him. But it looked like they were being a little bit forceful, which is understandable. They're trying to protect him and protect everybody else. And then he didn't get tackled. That's the thing that really bothered me. Everybody said that he got tackled, but it was just everybody wound up tripping, and him, security guards, a couple of fans wound up falling to the ground, and then Logan Paul wound up getting up and running away from security, going back to his room and everything. So that's what happened.
Okay, if I could just interject my opinion here for a second.
Uh-huh.
To break it down, he did something stupid. So the whole thing was stupid. It was a stupid idea. It was from the start. You you have this huge fandom around you, and you're a grown adult. Like, there's no excuse for doing something like this. You don't get the pamphlet. I understand, but that being said, you know what you're doing. You're gonna do this, and you're gonna cause a specific reaction. If he didn't know that, he wouldn't have gone out there. He wouldn't have wasted his time to go out there and film it and jump in the fountain and everything, because if people really weren't interested, nobody would have swarmed, and this wouldn't have been an issue. If he just ran around like an idiot in the fountain, he probably would have security would have escorted him off anyway, because he was just being to them it's just some random dude who's jumped in the fountain acting like an idiot with a camera in his hand. So he knew what he was doing. Like, it has to be said. There's no way that I think there's no possibility that he did not know, I could potentially hurt people, or people could, crowd, and crowding is generally not a good thing, and then they could run after me, and the well-being of the fans is something that he either didn't think of, or he thought of and just disregarded anyway. Which either way is still not an excuse and or a cop-out for what he did. I think he should definitely get banned.
So, you said, like, even if there wasn't a crowd, he would be running around in the fountain recording himself. But the thing is that he wouldn't. The only reason why he went into the fountain was because there was such a huge crowd and he was trying to get away from them.
That's what he said, though. After the fact, that's what he said.
It was during the fact that they made the decision to go into the fountain. Like, it was a spontaneous thing, and it was so that he could get away from the crowd. So he wasn't planning on going into the fountain. That wasn't premeditated or anything. And it was a very stupid idea. And I know this because I watched some of his vlogs and everything, and I know that he has had some crowds surrounding him before, but nothing to that extent. So he probably thought that it would just be like the crowds that he's had before, and that he can handle, and that he can just take pictures, say hi to everybody and everything like that. He was the main reason why he was going out there was so that he could say hi to the winner who found the $3,000. That was the main reason.
That's such a fucking cop-out answer, man. Because if you're an adult, if you have this following, you can't. How old is Logan Paul?
He's 21.
So he's 22. So you have this huge fan base. You have, obviously. You go to this huge place where there are fans, thousands of fans, and you think about what you're gonna do. You don't just go there for no reason. He didn't just show up for no reason. Even if if his real reason was, I just want to go say hi to the winner, you should message him on Twitter, or whatever, and then figure out a meeting spot.
You can't really message them on Twitter because there's going to be millions of people. Hold on, there's going to be millions of people saying that they're the winner so that they can meet him.
You know what he could have done is tweet it out. If you're the winner, come here. He could have had a fan meetup, even not at VidCon. He could have had it at like a hotel somewhere else, or like a smaller venue somewhere else. A ton of places do it, like restaurants and stuff. You could do it at a lot of restaurants or hotels. So there's really, when I think about it, I don't see any excuse that, that can be made in his defense for doing what he did. And if you agree that it was a stupid idea, he obviously knew it was a stupid idea. I think he should get punished for it. That's all. That's what it comes down to.
I do agree that it was a stupid idea. And the thing that I'm trying to push here is
Thanks, Izzian.
in sorry, I was just reading the chat. If that was me and everything, to be honest, I wouldn't have expected a crowd that strong and that big. I seriously would not have expected that. Not even expected that watching the vlog that was happening. And even then, with the meetup and everything, you make the scavenger hunt, and you make you know that someone's gonna find the $3,000. In the moment, you want to meet that person right then and there. There wasn't much planning with the scavenger hunt. He was just putting the money out there, and he was putting hints and clues on his Instagram story the next day. That's about the extent of the planning of the scavenger hunt right then and there.
Well, there's a stupid mistake right there. That's one stupid mistake right there.
And also, you have to think, too, that we're all looking back on this, not looking forward on this.
Yeah.
If this never happened, would we really think of all these different ideas and everything like that? Probably not. In the
because it
moment,
would
we
never
would all
happen.
get excited, and we would all want to go out there and everything. And in his vlog, when he got back to his room and everything, he realized that it was a stupid idea, and he apologized, and he felt bad, and he apologized again about if anybody was negatively affected by that crowd.
I don't care what you say after the fact. Like, to an extent, I guess. But regardless of your stance, whether you like him or you don't like him, you have to agree that he should get punished for what he did. He shouldn't be allowed at VidCon for a year or 2 years, or he should, have restricted access. Whatever it ends up being, or if anything, I think something should definitely happen, because you do a stunt like that, you can't do something so stupid like that and not get away with it, because at the very least it sets that that premise up that other people can do that. If you have a big fandom, you can just run in there like an idiot and not get in trouble for it. So I think something definitely has to happen.
I don't think that he should get banned. I think he just got kicked out, and I think that should be good enough, because he wasn't expecting that, and you can see that in his vlogs that he wasn't expecting that. So I think getting kicked out is good enough. But with the whole Rice Gum, FaZe Banks, FaZe Adapt thing, they knew what they were like. They fully knew what they were doing. They fully knew
what
that
he
there
was
gonna be a
doing.
crowd.
Like, there's no excuse.
They fully knew the extent of the crowd. They said it's gonna be a huge crowd and whatnot, and like I said, they completely and utterly knew exactly what they were doing. Meanwhile, Logan Paul didn't know the extent of what he was.
Yeah, but you can't. Even when you look at things like in the court of law, all right, you take it to that. Not knowing something does not mean you're not guilty of something, and
That's
does not
manslaughter
and does not mean
and
you
first
don't get,
degree murder.
and does not mean you don't get punished for it. If you break the law, whether or not you knew about it, that it was a law, you can get punished for it, So
yeah, but
continue.
what I'm saying is basically is the difference between manslaughter and premeditated murder. FaZe Banks, FaZe Adapt, Rice Gum knew that they were gonna have a huge ass crowd that big. That would be premeditated.
Well,
he didn't know that crowd would be that big. That would be like manslaughter. It would be the difference between that.
And do you go to jail for manslaughter? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. You do, but you don't have as much jail time.
But you still go to jail for it.
Life
That's what I'm
sentence.
saying.
Yes.
I'm not saying he should get the worst punishment, But I'm saying he should still get a punishment, whatever it may be. He should still have
I
something.
agreed on that.
And he didn't really get kicked out. He just ran away. He was never in VidCon in the first place, so that's why you can't say getting kicked out is punishment. It wasn't a punishment because he was never in there.
He was in
He was
VidCon.
not. No, he was not.
He had a VidCon pass and everything. He was staying at the same hotel that VidCon was at.
Okay.
And after he ran away and everything, he had to leave. Like I'm pretty sure VidCon told him that he had to leave and that he was not welcome back that year. But I do not believe that he should be banned for all future VidCons. Because not only do you have to think that if a creator gets punished by being banned from VidCon, is not only the creator being punished, but it's also all of the different viewers and fans that are also being punished. That's one less place that they can go and meet their fans. And as long as he follows the rules next year, and he'll know the rules next year, then everything will be okay.
He should have known the rules before going to VidCon.
How could he have known the rules if he wasn't invited as a creator?
Yeah, but even if you're not invited as a creator, like if you're still going to VidCon, you should still look into it. Like this is just a story of he didn't know, so it's not his fault. What are you guys talking about? Logan Paul had this huge he ran up to a place he wasn't supposed to be at in VidCon, where like a whole bunch of fans were, and they ended up stampeding, and like the security guards fell down and shit, and he ran away. He thought it was hilarious. That's pretty much what happened. It was a bad idea from the start. Everyone can agree on that. Can you agree? You can agree on that, right?
Yeah.
Bad idea.
I said that.
Yeah. But I don't think there's an excuse for not knowing. Like, I don't know. That's just
okay. So
but I feel like if you took that into court, like, oh, I didn't know this, you'd still get in trouble. Maybe it's lesser because you said you didn't know, but can you really prove that? Like, can you take his word on his videos after the fact? Like, I don't know.
Take it like this. When that one year that you went to New York Comic-Con, did you read all the rules and everything?
Yeah, I got emails for him.
Yeah, but did you read every single rule, everything that you can and cannot do?
They don't list everything you can and cannot do. They list the things you can't do. That's what I read.
Okay, and did you read every single one of them?
Yeah,
that would be
like
reading through. That would be like reading through the terms of use. Like, you can't, blah blah blah.
Not even.
And I'm pretty sure there's not a clause that says for the regular people at VidCon that they can't have scavenger hunts. I'm pretty sure that wouldn't be in there.
But he knew he wasn't regular. See, like, you're taking in like different things. And for Comic-Con, I did read through that because you got an email for it, and it wasn't that long. It just said like, be wary of this, like, don't do this. Like, it's just common shit. Common sense rules. So
yeah, but whatever.
In the end, we have differing opinions. You think his punishment was enough? I don't think it was. Regardless, I'm still glad at least he got fucking kicked out. But, it's up to VidCon if they're going to do anything more. I don't think they are. So we'll leave it at that for now. Unless you have anything else to add.
No, I think that's it.
All right.
And I never did finish that quiz for the puppy, so I guess we'll leave that up to next podcast or something like that.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. This has been the Just Talk podcast featuring Toxic and Kitten. This is going to be uploaded, like we said at the beginning of the podcast, to our SoundCloud, which is Just Talk TV, and also Tim's YouTube channel, which is
youtube.com/kittenkidday, and again, Kidday is spelled with two H's.
Oh, it says 4.
Make sure to go. It'll be coming out tomorrow, probably in the afternoonish time, on both the SoundCloud and YouTube. And make sure to follow us on Twitter at Fatal A Sports NA. Or if you want to follow us, yeah, Fatal Esports NA. Or if you want to follow us individually, my Twitter is at Kitten Kidday. Again, Kidday is spelled with 2 H's. And his Twitter is at Toxic Couch.
Yeah, you can also follow us. You already said at Fatal Esports NA, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna really wanted to tease. We'll do it later. To speak more about the website. The website is under development. It's over halfway done at this point, but we do have a few other things that we need to finish it up. So next podcast, hopefully the website will be to a stage where we can talk about it more and talk about like how it's, what the process was and stuff like that. Because I'm really excited to. I spent pretty decent amount of time on the website. I'm really excited for it to be fully released. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it.
Thank you guys. And we'll see you next week. Same time, same place.
7 p.m. EST on this channel.
Thursdays.
Yeah. Peace.
All right.